It's controversial.
Having that guy around is the best thing that ever happened to the squad.
If you have the right mix of autism and steroids,
all these pundits and whatnot, a lot of people doubting me, you know.
I don't want to fucking have a conversation while I'm showering, you know, like, the hobby I do is already so gay.
You are now listening to the El Segundo podcast with Craig Jones.
Guys, Sub-Meta is live, or as Nicky Rod says, the Sub-Metaverse. Guys, on this, obviously, Jiu Jitsu Instructionals are a multi-million-dollar market. Who the fuck would have ever predicted that? But there's different ways to learn. Obviously, BJJ Fanatics, you have standalone instructional products, pure problem solving there. You have a problem, you find a product that suits you. Sub-Meta, a little different. We do things a little different on here that don't really work in that medium, such as narrated roles. We go deep into full rounds between, obviously, each other. There's even some competition footage on there. You hear from multiple perspectives. Again, I always like to say you have Nicky Ryan doing very detailed breakdowns. And again, Nicky Rod will simply be saying things, but some of those things might make sense to you, especially if you grew up on the Jersey Shore. That might resonate, might help you learn. But Sub-Meta is a great way. Like, the breakdown's a great way to learn, a great way to mix it up. Again, you want to be able to study in different ways. We've got instructionals, narrated, rolling, breakdowns, and even in the Q&A format. It'll really help put yourself in the B-Team classroom. B-Team is a high-level training room where we have a lot of problem-solving discussions. That, to me, is some of the best ways to learn, and that's exactly what you'll get on Sub-Meta. Freddie is actually holding the microphone like that today because he has just started a new cycle of steroids, and he immediately threaded the screw on that microphone. So we delayed this start by 30 minutes while he tried to unscrew it. While Nicky Rod couldn't unscrew. We knew something was wrong when you couldn't unscrew the microphone.
Well, I just didn't know the difference between tighter or looser. You just said turn it, and I turned it.
That's the type of guy you are. It's all tight to you, right?
Yeah, I just get. You gave me one specific job description. I completed it. I turned it.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
I went righty tighty.
Oh yeah.
My fingers were too greasy, so I didn't really give it a crack.
Yeah.
But we're here today to get into the mind of Nicky Rod.
It's a pleasure and an honor to be here.
I wanted to ask you one thing. When did you start speaking in third person?
Oh, I think it's something that Nicky Rod always did. I felt like, when Nicky Rod was growing up, I just, I know he was different than other people, and the older he got, I think the more he recognized, the value he brought to the world. So it just happened organically.
What benefits would you say it provides for you?
Well, it's easier to describe Nicky Rod's day when I talk about his day through his perspective, because it's like Nicky Rod just goes along throughout his day, but it's like a higher power is watching over him. So maybe that higher power is the third person, but who knows really?
Very, very deep. Here's what I wanted to know as well. I asked Nicky Ryan this. I said, Nicky Ryan, run me through your average day, and there was basically nothing in that day. But I can't imagine you're the same type of guy.
So. So my day's a little bit busier than Nicky Ryan's, right? I wake up not early, not late.
What time?
All right. Do I lie? Do I tell the truth? All right, so I wake up like, let's say 9 a.m., 9:15, right? Which is obviously later than Craig Jones. Wake up, right? Do the business, brush my teeth. Immediately, I get right to work. I walk my dog, right? Get some sunshine. I walk my dog for maybe like 20 minutes. He's a French bulldog, so 20 minutes is a fucking marathon for him. And then we play fetch for another 5 minutes.
Who has better cardio, first of all, the French bulldog or Nicky Ryan?
Oof. Dude, my Frenchies does good now.
I think they're probably constructed in a very similar way.
I would say their breathing passages are probably the same length. Yeah, that's it. I walk my dog. I'll eat a little bit sometimes. Then I come to practice. A lot of my day is I just spend thinking about different ways I could either like intimidate you on the mat or convince you to train. That's like a lot of my time is split between those two things.
That's a big part of your day is walking around the mats, seeing who you can lure in to roll with. Hey? And usually it's a guy that's too scared to say no, like a Master 7 blue belt woman.
Yeah, I do. I find that if I ask somebody to roll immediately after a round, they're more enticed to say yes. And if they wait a little, if I wait like 30 seconds, they want to rest or something. Like if I catch them off guard, they'll accidentally agree to it.
You know what I think you should do? I think you should go up to people that say no and be like, hey, can I just ask you a question? Put him in a position to start rolling.
Yeah, shake his hand.
Yeah, we're like, oh, well, that's what I do to Damien sometimes.
Damn. Yeah, for my days, and I'll be on the phone a lot, talking to people and shit. I rather just put it away. Yeah. I like being free. I feel like if I'm looking at my phone, I'm working, and if I'm not, I'm chilling.
Your brother spends a lot of time on his phone. Actually, I scroll through the Instagram, I see any female. It could be from any country in the world. Mm-hmm. You bet Jiu Rod has investigated this account. He's
definitely like a bunch of photos, but he will never talk to a girl. He'll definitely like some pictures, but for Jiu Rod to go talk to girls is very far and few in between.
Well, yeah. What does that take? What would that take?
It takes a bit of spontaneous. Like he'll randomly feel confident. I remember one time he told me he recently had a conversation with a girl in an elevator or something, and he walked away. He was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I did that!" It's been a long time, long time coming.
Jiu Rod is so funny, man. He reminds me of my grandmother. You know what I mean? Like everything I suggest him to do, he's like, "I can't do that. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't take drugs. Don't talk like that." He's like, "You can't laugh at that."
Even if you show him techniques, he won't believe it until it happens to him 100 times or something. He's very finicky,
which is funny for a guy that loves buggy jokes.
Yeah. Well, dude, he had to get hit with it for him to master it.
Renee Souza got him. I mean, honestly, the Nicky Ryan match kind of, if he had buggied Nicky, I think I would have laughed.
That would have been.
It would have been quite painful for all of us, but
that would have been very painful. Fuck, that would have sucked.
That would have been 0-4 that night.
Yeah,
Nicky Ryan saved us. But that's all right. So you come to training, either you teach the lunch class or you smoke a massive blunt out back.
Sometimes both.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've seen it.
Sometimes both.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, so I do some training, right? 30 minutes of drilling. We do some live. And then afterwards, I try to do at least one post on social media. And then, I run the jerky, the jerky business. So I'm always brainstorming how I can grow that. Right now I'm working on getting a commercial kitchen. So we're going to be putting in 3 or 4 dehydrators in there, along with moving our staff from a food truck into this commercial kitchen. And that's kind of where I spend my time brainstorming about some instructionals as well. And then I'll watch some tape pretty consistently.
You watch tape. Jiu Rod doesn't watch tape.
Jiu Rod just started watching tape consistently.
Because I put it on him.
You put it on him, yep, for sure. Before, he was just like, I'm just going to go out there, fuck them up, which I respect that because I spent years doing that, But now I understand the value in watching tape and, understanding what the enemy is going to do. And, because, it's an art, right? What we do is, it's tough, but it's definitely an art. And if you can find different ways to use other people's techniques to benefit you, why not?
I mean, I watch a lot of tape to steal the techniques for instructionals, but also it's good for the training room as well.
For instructionals. That makes sense. Who's the best wrestle-upper you ever seen? Old school.
Old school. I mean, Marcelo used to hit some wrestle-ups.
Yeah.
Marcelo would wrestle up. Marcelo would go, he'd channel the same, if you piss Nicky Ryan off enough when he's playing God, he guarantees wrestle up.
Yeah, really.
Get that angry wrestle up. But that's, so you train. You work in the jerky business, social media. You watch some tape. What's bedtime? How much TV you watch before bed?
Oh, I'm not much of a TV guy. I will watch some Kill Tony or some comedy. But I'm probably bed at 9:30, 10:30 latest.
About 12 hours of sleep a day.
Bro, I'm an athlete, bro. I work hard.
That's how you recover fast.
Yeah, dude. I'm a natural athlete. That is my testosterone, the fucking sleep, bro.
Listen, man, ain't nothing natural about 12 hours of sleep.
Bro, each hour is 100 milligrams.
What a life, hey. He comes to the gym. He picks out a blue belt, breaks his spine, and then goes, I'll sleep on that for 12 hours.
Bro, I have some of my best ideas right before I fall asleep. I write them down. Next day I wake up, I go accomplish goals.
Digital, you put them in your phone or you write them on physical paper?
Ooh, I'll put them all in my phone, and then the best ones I'll write on paper.
Yeah, I feel like if I don't write notes on paper, I can't remember shit.
I agree. There's something about writing it down that makes you remember. Like I remember when I was doing the WWE reality show. I tried like a promo where I just remembered it and it was okay, and then I wrote it down, and the next day I said it was much better. So I agree with that. And
you're saying you're a natural athlete, so we've just picked up a new sponsor, Evertitan. So I'll be sponsored by a TRT company. I might finally reveal my stack for people that subscribe. But Freddie, so what would your advice be for a guy like Freddie? Freddie obviously doesn't have the genetics of a Rodriguez brother, but he's choosing to go down the steroid path.
All right. So what I find, right, this is just my collective scientific research, right, that I've collected throughout the years. A lot of people go from not lifting weights, right, to lifting weights multiple times a week, eating exactly how they should be, a lot of protein, sleeping correctly, and doing gear, and then they have all of these results. Like, holy shit, this is great results. But if you just did everything besides the gear, right? Do the food, do the weight training hard, do the sleep, you would have awesome results. I'm not saying equal. I'm not saying 60 pounds in 3 months. But, if you gain, 10 pounds in 3 months or so, it'd be a significant difference.
Yeah, that's a big one for sure.
Yeah. But, I mean, again, this is something I experienced when I went from wrestling in high school. I turned, like right before I turned 18, I started lifting weights. Actually, I watched the movie Pain and Gain with Mark Wahlberg and The Rock. Right. Pretty much. This is what happened. Right. I was in a high school wrestling tournament. I lost my last match because, in my mind, I was like, all right, I was weaker. That's why I lost. So I go home, watch Pain and Gain, changed my life forever. I lifted weights every day since. I ate like a protein, my body weight in protein every day since as well. And it took me like 7 years to gain maybe 40, 50 pounds or something, but it was good.
Yeah. What are you aiming for? What do you want to do? What do you want to look like?
I mean, if I could be like 200, that's pretty good for me.
What do you weigh now?
Like 180.
Bro, when I started, I was like 185, and within like 6 months, I blew up to like 215 or something like that. Like obviously, it's a bunch of fat, but fat muscle. Your body, bro. If you don't lift and you start lifting like a bodybuilder, in like 2 to 4 weeks, you'll be like, holy shit, I look fucking good.
Freddie's got an issue, though. He's obviously, he suffers from Parkinson's, so he's shaking all the time. So he's burning calories sitting still.
Yeah.
You might need to eat more.
Yeah. Or are you eating your protein just red meat?
Okay. All right. Honestly, I was doing mainly steak and ground beef, and that's why I had high cholesterol.
Would have saved your life, right?
Practically. Dude, if I kept eating like that, it would not be good for my future. So I guess shout out Gordon for forcing me to do this blood test, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I had high cholesterol, but I also had huge biceps, so it's like it's a balance.
It's a balance for sure. Yeah.
Not everyone's into the huge biceps. You remember the Japanese lady that kicked you out of the hot spring?
Oh yeah, that might have been a bit of a mistake, bro. I was like. Yeah, so we pull up to the counter, and walking in, I knew I was like, all right, I have to kind of finesse this a little bit, right? So she was like, giving me a couple patches to cover my tattoos, and like the manager walks up, he's like, oh, you can't, the patches don't cover all your tattoos, and he was like, let me see your bicep tattoo, or she said that, she was like, oh, let me see your like arm tattoo. I was like, oh, what, this one? And then they were like, oh, you definitely can't come in here. Oh my god,
jeez,
damn.
So. Anti-steroids. Why?
I'm not anti-steroids. I just think it's funny to make fun of people sometimes for doing them. All right. Let me think. So I'm not anti-steroids.
I'm the opposite to you. I tell everyone I'm on steroids, but they look at me and go, nah.
Right? It's so funny. But I feel like if people didn't think I was on gear, then that mean I was like small and skinny and frail. So it's good to be jacked and juicy. But let's see. I wouldn't say I'm anti-gear because who knows? Maybe when I'm like 40 something, I'm trying to compete. Like I'll hop on something. But I just think that there's a lot of people that are high level grapplers that if they didn't take steroids, they would not even be close to what they are. Like it almost it does such a bodily change that it almost makes athletic people seem athletic.
Are you talking about Gabby Garcia?
Is she? She seems like a natural. No.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just a big boned woman. I don't know.
I haven't failed a test yet.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not opposed to it. I just don't do it.
What do you think though?
I also do think if I ever do gear, I would I feel like I would document it. I'd be like, this is what this stuff actually does to your body, and I think I'd react heavily because to just boosting my test naturally by lifting weights and stuff, I had a huge reaction, got fucking huge, and I'm sure I would get huger if I implemented some kind of supplement like that.
What pushed me over the edge was I read about a steroid called halotestin, and this one's so strong your liver fails quick. But one effect is your dick gets bigger.
Oh, you hung.
That's what ultimately pushed Freddie over the edge too.
Yeah,
because Freddie was frightened of needles.
Yeah. How does it make it long? Because to me, the dick's just a muscle. If you use it more, it's going to grow bigger. Right?
I think, yeah. I mean, so from what I've heard, allegedly, Freddie's. Is that why yours is atrophy?
Mine's has gotten bigger the 10 days I've been on my stack.
Yeah.
This is what I'm worried about with Freddie, right? So Everton said, hey, you're going to take testosterone twice a week.
Oh, okay.
And we're having a conversation before, and Jeremy Skinner actually jabbed Freddie in the office. We filmed this. We'll put it out.
Wow.
He jabbed you last Friday, right?
Friday.
And I said to him, I go, well, have you taken a shot again? He's like, no, I just need to take another one by Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, you can't take 2 shots basically once a week, like on the same day. It's meant to be spread throughout the week.
Yeah. But I was trying to explain that to him in a way that the second one was going to come before, like way before Friday. It's only Tuesday.
Are you going to jab yourself?
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
That's the part that I'm not scared of, but it's like
Is that why you haven't done shot number 2?
No, I actually wanted to do my HCG first, but I just haven't had time to mix it.
Put it in your arse?
The first one, Jeremy put it in my bum. Yeah, he did such a good job. I didn't really feel it going.
You could clip that. Just you saying Jeremy put it in my bum.
Right there. He was gentle, right?
He was very gentle. Yeah, you could tell he's a pro for sure.
Damn.
Yeah. He might not like.
He's done it before, maybe.
I don't know, but he was very willing.
No one's accusing Jeremy.
He could be a nurse.
Yeah, he was very willing.
What's that based on? His technique or his character?
His hair is like it's off to the side.
He looks like a guy who wears scrubs for
He's got
sure.
nurse hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a school shooter that grew up. You know, luckily Australia has no guns, but that's
it's kind of a problem we only have here, right?
I think so.
US.
Yeah. UK's got stabbings. America got shootings. Venezuela,
We have no
got a
food.
rule down there. Yeah.
We're zombies over there, where no one eats and shit. So different type of fucking crazy. Yeah.
Your heritage is Puerto Rican, because I remember something that always stick with me was a quote by you where we were talking about moving to Puerto Rico, and John was like, "Hey, Nicky Rod, have you ever been to Puerto Rico?" And you were like, "Not since before I was born."
Yep. What I meant by that was, I think my mom was pregnant with me while she was in Puerto Rico, so I was technically there.
So you're conceived in
I was there, right?
They stamped the passport for sure, right?
Something like that. So yeah, I mean, it was good to go back to the homeland, I guess.
To the homeland. Yeah. We got to experience some good blackouts and stuff. We had Nicky Ryan on here on a rant about Puerto Rico. Yeah. Definitely scarred him.
I feel like you probably had the best time.
I had a good time. I just knew that anytime I was going to do anything that involved the Puerto Rican people, that was going to take a very long time. So I started, I went in there like, hey, can I get an iced latte, regular milk? And I start my timer. I'd be like, all right, 20 minutes. Let's see how this goes. And typically it take about that long, even if you're the only one in line.
Well, I mean, that's a funny thing, because obviously Nicky Ryan complained about that too, but that's the sort of service I'd expect out of him if Nicky Ryan had a job.
I don't think Nicky Ryan would serve anybody. Dude, I was such a bad employee at my like normal jobs. I'm sure Nicky Ryan would probably be the same.
Yeah, luckily for him, he hasn't had to work. But you've done what? Security, modeling.
Yeah. Yep, I've done
male stripper.
I've done a little bit of everything for sure. Both worked on and off the books.
What's the? I mean, all right. So you're on OnlyFans, but like, you're in modeling. What's the most money someone's offered you to do some weird shit?
Oh, not to do weird stuff. Let me see. How do I answer this? Fuck. I mean, honestly, even like the fitness pictures and stuff, it's pretty weird. I mean, you just have like there's like 5 guys in a photo shoot, right? They're all gay. One holds a camera. One is like the stylist. One's the makeup artist, and they're just complimenting you the whole day. I'm like a piece of meat to these guys. So I'm just like, all right, give my money and let's bounce. But it was good money. Like I'd make like $2,500 for a photo shoot, and it'd be like 6 hours or something like that. But like all this work, the 4 to 6 hours, it could get done in like 45 minutes. Like if you just like gave me the clothes I need to wear and take the photos, it would be super fast. But everybody wants to talk, and there's a break for coffee, and they want to fix the fucking pad your face that's, you know, it's getting sweaty or whatever. But thank the Lord I'm out of that business. You know,
No casting cast.
Dude, it could have went in every different direction. Yeah, nowadays when I'm modeling, it's for like my sponsors or something, which is, you know, it's pretty efficient with the time.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of predatory gay men send me invitations, offers for money. Like they were like, I remember one guy was saying, I want to fly you to New York. We'll get a hotel room. I'll just you can choke me out a bunch of times. Just weird shit like that. Hey.
I think we probably had the same messages, same people.
Like Nicky Ryan giving out our email addresses. Hey.
Oh, I had one guy ask me, he must have been disabled, asked me to carry him for a mile. Like, hey, can I hold onto your back? You jog for a mile?
You know, that's a good test, because you're the sort of guy that if he just said, I don't think you could, you would do it.
I'd be very intrigued. Yeah. But also, don't touch me. You know, get
If
off
he offers
me.
you money, it's a no, but if it's a fucking physical challenge.
Yeah. Well, it's just more enticing.
You got to ask, I can't say the guy's name, but he does visit V-Team from time to time, where he got swindled by a guy that was like pretending to be from a university doing a study on chokes. And he got this guy, I keep almost saying his name. So first it started where he's like, hey, can you choke yourself? Like he's called up this guy. They're on the phone. He's like, I'm going to pay you your private lesson to have this phone call. I'm going to ask you some questions because you do jiu-jitsu. And it starts with him choking himself. And he's like, can you make the noises like you're choking himself? And then he's like, can you stick your fingers down your throat? And this just goes on for a very long time before he realizes what's happening, and he didn't get paid.
Damn, the guy's jerking off on the phone for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Damn.
That's the best prank ever, though, eh?
That's
I'd
pretty
love
good.
to. If that guy listens, hit me up. I'll give you Nicky Rod's number for sure.
I'll try it again, yeah. Damn, that's so funny.
They could probably get J Rod, honestly. You walk in, J Rod's like,
I mean, shit, dude. How much is the guy offering to pay him?
well, he didn't get paid.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
But what was the offer? Because at least if you
whatever his private lesson rate
Oh,
was, he was like, let's just do it. He's like, it's for research. Yeah, it's researching something, eh? Yeah. I feel like guys are the only ones that have all these weird fucking fetishes. Hey, you don't realize how creepy guys are, like we are, until you get pursued by gay men.
Yeah.
Yep. Indeed. Fuck. Modeling world was not, is weird.
Could Freddie be a model?
For the right price, I'm sure you could do anything.
I like the fucking look and
I looked at it, I
hesitation.
was like, yeah.
Yeah.
What was a weirder one? Working security with like a whole bunch of fucking drunk crazy people, or modeling?
Security was pretty funny. Like I bounced at a club, and sometimes we'd have competitions like who could kick out the most people, and it'd be like for absolutely no reason. Like this guy like bumped into a wall, or he spilled the drink. We just like, because it was overcrowded, so we just like maybe this guy gets 15. I'm like, all right, I'm trying to get 30, kick him out. And it was just a competition like that. Occasionally we'd get into like brawls with people that didn't know how to fight. And it would just be kind of comical. You know what I mean? Someone like coming. I would wait for somebody to like try to hit me or push me and then like start engaging. Like I remember one guy, I asked him to go outside, and pretty much when he was stepping off the property, he realized he was getting escorted out, and he like turned back into me and like tried to double leg me. And but when he did that, he like collapsed to his knees. So he was just on his knees, hugging my
That's
torso.
like my double leg.
Right, yeah. Hugging my torso. And I fell over, like I was pretty much on top mount now. And I humped the ground one time, and his head bounced off. And he was still conscious, but he let go of me. And then I just walked right back inside.
That sounds pretty similar to probably a modeling shoot, eh?
I get paid extra for that, though.
More money in modeling for sure.
Something I got to ask you too, right? All right. We had to strong arm you to come to Tokyo.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember I've heard, allegedly this was a statement of yours, if your city has a Chinatown, why would you travel to Asia?
Well, okay, let me see where I can dig myself out of this hole. I was saying hypothetically, if there was a Japan town here, there wouldn't be that much of a need to go to Japan because it'd be like not so far off. You feel me? Like a fried dumpling here is a fried dumpling there.
Oh, you think
No shot, dude.
quality of food is not better over there than here?
All right, I would say quality of food is good, but it's not a 13-hour flight good.
I don't know. You like the ramen a lot. Ichi ramen.
All right, the ramen was exceptional, truly exceptional. I'm just a homebody, right? Traveling anywhere, I'm like, all right, I'll think about it. But traveling across the world, like, bro, we went so far north, we ended up going south again. You feel me? That's far. That's real far.
Is Japan dangerous?
Bro, if you litter, they kill you. It's pretty dangerous.
Death penalty for littering. It's hard to find a trash can, honestly.
Bro, that was weird. The second we landed in Dallas, I was like, damn, there's trash cans here. This is absolutely perfect. But yeah, there was no trash cans in the town of Tokyo. Do people just keep their trash on them? I don't know. That's weird. Also, everybody was very like, they dressed super similar, like button up white shirt, blue pants or whatever. I don't know.
They dress well over there. Hey, they dress pretty good.
Yeah, like a simulation. Didn't feel real.
You felt like you're in a simulation? What was some weird stuff you noticed out there? Do you notice any weird behaviors?
Bro, I went to a coffee shop and it was a petting zoo for like chinchillas or something. That's weird. Hedgehog, yeah.
I mean, they have like cat cafes here and shit, yeah, but not fucking hedgehog cafes, I don't think.
Cat cafes. Fuck, there was also, there'd just be like girls walking around in like the doll costumes, right? Like the anime setup. That was very.
You're not into it?
No, not really. Not really. I want to know what you actually look like. Also, like, we went to the sex store, super cool, but fuck, kind of creepy. Like, all the sex dolls were like, they were like child size with huge titties, right?
I actually I remember this. Your brother was telling me. What happened to immigration that they took all your jerky?
Yeah, all right, so I'm assuming that they're going to be really strict with getting in. So on the thing, I checked, they were like, oh, like, we'll confiscate you if you have any beef. So I was like, all right, well, I have jerky on me. Don't arrest me. You know what I mean? And they were like, oh, go to this other person. She took my jerky and I go through. But I ended up sneaking in like 1 or 2 bags. Okay. So in long term, I could have just not said anything and been completely fine. But fuck, I didn't want to go to Japanese juvie.
Some places have real strict like customs laws because like hand and mouth disease and stuff like in meat products. Even in some countries, Australia has crazy. You can't bring any food. No, it's nothing.
Dude, on the flight, I had 13 hours of snacks. I had fucking cinnamon raisin bagels. I had cream cheese, butter, my jerky, a bunch of fruit. I had dragon fruit, oranges. I was loaded. Was
that your entire carry-on case? Was this food?
Yeah, I had a 32-liter book bag full of food. I had 13 hours of snacks. I was pretty much
Did you bring that in case you got to Japan? You're like, I can't eat any of this.
No. I just like to. I don't like flying, so the food kills the anxiety. I just eat.
Oh, you get anxious on the plane?
Well, just sitting still. Like, you want me? I can't fucking sit still. I'm used to working out all day long. And that too. I do work out after practice pretty much every day as well. So that's in the schedule too.
And you're doing high rep range workouts.
Honestly, it's more cardio endurance now. Like I'll do some sprints. I have a bunch of cool machines. I have the assault bike, which is every wrestler's nightmare. I have the skier machine. I have the row machine as well, and then some free weights. But most of the time, I'll mix in. I'll do like a couple. I'll do some like power cleans and stuff, fairly lightweight, and then I'll mix in some sprints on the machines.
So you do because you used to be a big fan of the high rep range stuff, eh?
Yeah, honestly, I think the high reps, like hypertrophy training, is the best for looking good. Like it's cool to like lift heavy weights, but if you don't look good, what's the point? Like, you know. So I'd much rather value like having big biceps over having like a good deadlift. That's what's
you don't deadlift ever, right?
Nah, I think it's bad. I think it's bad for your back and shit, bro. I think like a little bit is all right, but I just always see people getting hurt with the deadlifts. I think more than anything, it's too easy to let your ego get in the way and like like a little bit more. And I leave all the really hard workouts for in here for B team, but. Besides that, I'll go pretty hard on at home workouts and stuff. You know, I like the variation of stuff.
When did it change? Was there a match or anything?
When I tore my bicep.
So that was the end of it.
So the sequence of events, right? I think I tore my bicep on a Saturday. Thursday and Friday I was home, in like New Jersey. So at home, I have this gym called Four Seasons, and it's the best gym in the fucking world. But in addition, it has some of the best like bicep equipments there, right? So I pretty much absolutely destroy my biceps on Thursday and Friday, and then I go to wrestling on Saturday. When I'm going to wrestling practice, I leave like 30 minutes later than I was supposed to, right? So I pull up.
That doesn't sound like you.
I pull up. I have absolutely no time for a warm up. I just like loosen up for like 2 minutes. I shake the guy's hand and start wrestling. As soon as I shake his hand, I shoot and just blow my arm out. Like absolutely the first movement I do. And I was like, wow, I should have saw that coming. So just 2 crazy arm days and then no warm up, straight to hard wrestling with a guy my size and level of athleticism. That's how I did it. And then immediately after, I had like 6 months of recovery or whatever. And then I started lifting like for more endurance and stuff. I was like, I don't think I'm going to get any bigger, like unless I really commit to bodybuilding. And bigger isn't necessarily stronger. I'm already 230 pounds. My fighting weight is like 225-ish. So I just stay around here because my cardio is great. I'm so stronger than everybody on the planet. And I move better. So
Allegedly, people say I'm stronger, though.
that's where you're correct, allegedly. But factually, I am stronger. I really do believe whatever lift we do and whatever kind of squeeze that's applied, I think I'm just like slightly stronger. And
Only
it's
slightly. I like that. I like that.
yeah, but if you slightly in every category, amasses to a lot. So
I just love the look on your face when people say, "Oh, Craig's stronger."
yeah, but I realized what it is. Is that I use technique and you use effort. You use muscle and strength. And I'm uber technical now, so I'm proud of that.
That is good. That's good.
You're technical too, I mean,
I just got a good grip strength. That's it.
I think people think it's called old man strength, bro.
That too. I think I'm gonna get stronger.
TRT strength. That's what it is.
See, I think I'm going to have my own TRT session. When I hit like 30, 32, my body's going to be like old man strength, engaged, and I'll get even stronger.
So you're going to take TRT at 30?
No. My body's going to produce it.
Okay.
Because it's different. It's different levels of puberty. I'm still like, I just finished puberty, right? I'm 27. I'm just 27, so.
I've gone through it a few times.
You going through it? See?
Yeah, he's been going on puberty for a couple of years in a row now.
You can kickstart that back up, man.
I feel like, bro, you know that video I made on B Team where I was like, bust a lot of nuts? It's kind of true. If you just keep that tank empty, your body's like, oh, fuck, I need more testosterone. So you keep busting, you keep building your testosterone.
You didn't put that in your schedule, though.
Yeah, when's that?
I got to break it down every time
I mean, you got to give the people what they want.
All right, you bust in the morning, you bust in the noon, you bust at night. That bare minimum 3. That's like when I'm training, you guys don't think I'm going hard, but I'm at a deficit. I just came before I came here. You feel me?
He ain't going hard. He is hard.
Correct.
That's a heavy fucking workload, mate. Your day sounded pretty slim until you added in 3 nuts a day, and I was like, that's a fucking hardworking man right there.
If you're efficient with your time, you know what I mean? Like I know once I start, I get a little tinkle. I'm like, all right, 5 minutes. Let's knock it out.
5 minutes done,
bro.
Sometimes on the road.
And if it's a piece of ass, it's a fifth of that.
So, that's an efficient fuck. Eh?
Yeah. Oh, bro, time is money. For sure.
I bet when he's fucking, he's thinking about what he should be eating.
I like to plan my day out. How am I going to recover from this properly?
What's the appropriate meals to recover from 3 nuts a day? Not red meat.
No, not red meat, not now. Dude, I miss steak, though, man. I've been on this chicken and ground turkey. The best chicken in the world is not even close to the best, ribeye steak or something. It's really a shame about my cholesterol, but I think I'm getting blood work done soon. So that should show me that I'm doing much better. Fuck, fingers crossed, bro. I'm really trying here.
You haven't had a steak since?
No, I mean, I've had a steak occasionally. I just had Korean barbecue the other day, which was really good, But
we had a bit of that. We had a bit of the fucking barbecue spots.
I had it when I came back as well.
We got you hooked again, eh?
Dude, we had A5 Wagyu that was raw. You cook it right there. Oh, man, it was good.
Everyone loves to get high. Unfortunately for me, my mum loved to get high while I was still in the womb. Here we have these Mood products, right? Mood ships you affordable, 100% federally legal Delta 8 and Delta 9 THC products with specialty strains that can make you feel chill, relaxed, calm, sensual, and it can help you sleep easier. So I love these Mood products because I have to deal with a bunch of idiots at the gym, and they really help calm me down and have the patience to deal with some of these cavemen. I train 7 days a week, or at least I pretend to, so I start every day with this good morning mix. Delicious sour apple flavor puts me in the right pace for the day. Choose the Mood that's right for you. Order your THC products from Mood today, and for 20% off your first order and free gummies, go to hallomood.com and use promo code FCraigJones. That's hallo, MOOD.com, promo code FCraigJones for 20% off your order and free gummies.
What was the best food you had out in Tokyo?
Ooh, that's a good. Actually, probably that ramen spot was like
The
that.
ramen,
Really
yeah.
got me. The itchy ramen, right?
Dude, I went there like 3 times.
I only went there once, but I remember when we left. When I arrived, it was dead. But when we left, there were so many fucking people. I was like, I mean, I'm a guy that I will not line up for any food.
Yeah.
If I see a line, I'm like, on to the next place. Yeah. How good can it be? You know, I have to beat the lines.
I kind of like the concept of it though. Like you pay immediately for your food, and then you go sit down and they bring it to you. As here, you have to wait for a waiter. You order and pay after. It's very efficient over there.
I love the signs. Like one of the signs in there is like a little wooden thing that it says like, "Please be quiet," so you can like show it to the people next to you.
Yeah.
Or the staff that'll leave you alone.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
How many bowls of ramen would you hit?
Did I eat when I was there? No lie, I did. I had either 5 or 6. I had the 3 from the Ichi ramen place, and then about another 3 elsewhere. Like even the day we competed, that was my breakfast. I had some spicy ramen. It was beautiful.
Once you found that, you were set. You were set for the trip.
It was ramen every corner. I was like, I could be here for a while. No problem.
You know, I had to ask you about this. I was talking to your brother. You on competition days. I noticed this in Atlanta. You wait to wake, like you're in your bed, your hotel room, like fucking.
Yes, the
5 minutes
amount
ahead,
of decisions a man makes on comp day.
Bro, I completely, I think this is true, right? Like there's only, I really do think there's only so many great decisions you can make in a day, whether that number is 100 or 5,000, right? And even like choosing to scroll through your phone, talking to somebody, playing fucking spike ball, you can make 1,000 decisions without even trying. So I say, why not save all of those perfect decisions for when it's completely necessary? So, dude, I shut my eyes and my ears off, and I just put myself in a coma until it's go time. And then when it's go time, I'll put some basics, some very calm country music on because I want to be calm, right? I'm calm all day, and then right before competition, I got some things I say to myself to turn it on. Mm-hmm. And then it's fucking go time. So
how many decisions do you think you make before the match? Like,
dude, no lie, I varied 4. I'm like, wake up, gotta piss. All right, I'll piss. Brush my teeth, that's 2. And then I'll set my alarm, that's 3. Drink water, 4. And then alarm goes off. Now I'm getting ready.
Time to go.
But now we're talking, what am I gonna eat? 5.
No, I plan that out the day before.
The day before decision.
The day before, I find the spot. Like, I'm going to eat here at 12 o'clock. Got to be at the bus at 3. So, I'll get some sun the day of competition. Like, we compete at night. I'll just go out. I'll put my feet in the grass. I'll absorb some of the rays. And then after I eat, I'll go back in, take a nap. And, bro, no scrolling, no talking to nobody. I'm there for fucking war. I wouldn't travel to Tokyo for anything. Partially, it was to make sure Jay made it back here because he's never left the country before. And then the other part is I know it's going to be great for the business, but I completely saw it as we're traveling across the world, right? People have been doing this for ages, and we're going to do battle with the enemy. So that's what happened. I went over there. We did battle. We successfully, you sub people. I looked good on the mat. And that was it. It was a good outcome.
I never even think about it as battle. I just go, fuck, hopefully don't embarrass myself.
It's life or death for me. 100%. I even see rounds in here sometimes. I'm like, I gotta kill this motherfucker. but none a bit nicer. You know, they don't get the whole like breaking action. You know,
People were talking shit online because you pushed Owen off the stage.
bro, he was running away from me. Yeah, I mean, I dominated Owen in all aspects, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, being handsome, completely dominated that as well. And yeah, we had this sequence of events where he runs away twice, and the third time he runs away, he just happens to be on the side of the mat. So I give him a little push, like, come on, stop running, come at me. You know, he was just trying to do anti-jiu-jitsu, which is, you know, not cool. But nevertheless, scored 1 million points, controlled, dominated the whole match. And, you know, he says he wants to do it again. He commented, he was like, oh, catch weight. Let's do next match, catch weight. I was like, all right, catch weight and USADA drug test. And he didn't like that.
I reckon even better than that. Say, hey, this time, 12-foot elevated platform.
Yeah, I would do it higher, yeah. And a smaller mat. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, like just a tiny square.
Yeah. He was very proud of his like foot sweep. I'm like, it didn't do anything. Like, okay, you put me to my butt in the first 2 seconds of the match, which is fine. I wasn't even in a wrestling stance. I'm lackadaisical because I'm waiting for you to stop walking away. And he was very proud of that, which, you know, it's all right. You got to find wins when you can, I guess. You know, whatever. It didn't hurt my feelings. It didn't piss me off at all. Fine.
That's the problem. A lot of those foot sweeps, it's like your butt hits again, you bounce back up. It's like it's so satisfying to hit, but yet oftentimes you don't end up on top, eh?
You got to engage, yeah. He could have definitely tried the pass guard immediately after, but you know, I think he didn't want to engage in any jiu-jitsu because he doesn't have any jiu-jitsu.
So that match definitely going to happen, eh? Another thing I want to ask you about, what is a rest day?
Oh, a rest day is just going light. Like instead of like 60 minutes of jiu-jitsu, you just do like maybe 45, and you only do 45 like not at 90%, but probably like 105%. And then after that, you go home and you work out. You work out really, really hard. And then you just keep eating food and you recover from those sessions, and that'd be a good rest day. So just a little bit less than you usually do. I call that rest day.
Of the high-level athletes at B Team, who do you think, we won't say names, what percentage of people do you think don't work hard enough versus overwork?
Of a high-level athletes? Well, I think our guys, like the core group of guys, you know, I think everybody does pretty good. You know, some guys get a little banged up, and you don't know if they're injured or they just like want to chill a little bit, you know. But we definitely got some floozies on the team that like, you know, they want to they're like, oh it's raining today, like we shouldn't like train, you know what I mean? Or like if it's too cloudy out, they're like, fuck, it's, you know, too much condensation, it'll get hurt. So, you know, we got some guys, some little softies. I think it's a culture thing too, because like from the wrestling culture, if you're not training every day, you're like, you'll be on the softer side, you know?
I like the wrestling mindset. It's funny. Like I remember talking to one guy, he was like, yeah, if someone pokes me in the eyes when we're training, he's like, I don't expect an apology. If they apologize, I say, hey, do it again.
Yeah.
And I just fucking suck at it.
Yeah. Like if you get kicked in the nuts, they don't stop the match. So you just have to suck it up and keep going. So you find yourself purposely like, hit me in the nuts again so I can build this callus.
Your nuts are calloused.
Oh, I mean, I would say balls of steel.
Balls of steel. Do you reckon, is that, I mean, what are we talking about in terms of size, given they're drained all the time?
That's the thing. I see, similar to my testosterone, because I'm a natural athlete, it goes up and down. I have peaks and rises. So like right before I come, balls are huge.
So you'd never do like a 7 days no fap thing?
No fap. What's fap? FAP?
Mm-hmm.
What's FAP stand for?
It's about beating off.
There's not like F stands for this, A stands for that.
I don't think so.
Okay. No FAP. No. It's same thing with the rest days. You want to come more on rest days. So you
want to come more
because you get higher testosterone, right? If you just come once or twice, your body's like, you can handle it.
I feel like for me, busting a nut eats into my recovery. You know, like I almost feel like I'm going to save this for the boys tomorrow. You know?
Yeah. Well, that was gay. No, I would say bust a nut, it would definitely help you recover more because your body's like making more testosterone, right? If you just have this testosterone, like honestly, if you don't come in a few days, and you're full of cum, that's kind of gay.
What's the
Like being full of cum is gay. Like you want to be not. You don't have any cum in you.
Well, we're not swallowing it, you know.
But you have it in you. Like any cum in you is pretty gay. Get rid of it.
I
Unload.
understand the logic for sure. Yeah,
You don't like letting
I
it
can
marinate a bit, seasoning on this?
Bro, unless it's flank steak, I don't need to season it. All right.
What's the longest time period recently you've gone without busting a nut?
How long we been here?
What about on the airplane? You busting on the airplane?
Oh fuck!
13
I definitely
hours.
thought about it, bro. I was like, I could kill a few minutes in here, you know.
kill 30
but
seconds.
but I even went to extent. I sat down in the toilet and I was like trying to get the right angle, but fuck I was like making noise and shit, banging into the walls, so I couldn't get a good stroke on. You know what I mean?
Dude, I've been on a plane on the toilet where I'm almost too wide to wipe my ass. I'm like trying to get back there. The corners are hitting me and shit, eh?
Also, as I'm flying, like it's impossible for me to not have a boner when I'm flying. I'm erect the whole time. I don't know if it's the altitude or the air pressure.
Might be the vibrations, the relaxation.
Something, bro.
Hopefully it's not J-Rod sitting next to you.
I don't know. I fly with like a blanket on my lap because it's dangerous.
Yeah, no wonder.
J-Rod said you were moving a lot. I don't know what's going on under the blanket.
Try to get comfortable.
Oh man.
Fuck, I was so uncomfortable on the way back. The way there was fine to Tokyo because it was me and Jay sharing a row of 3, so we could we could relax a little bit. Fuck, I was sitting next to some lady, bro. No lie, the whole 13 hours, I did a cycle between 30 minutes watch video while eating food, 30 minutes go to the bathroom, play on my phone, and then 30 minutes lapping the fucking airplane. It was terrible. I did that for 13 hours.
Like a caged animal, eh?
Bro, I was absolutely like a fucking lion tied to a chain. It was terrible.
Yeah. So safe to say no travel anytime soon for you.
No, I mean I leave in a couple days to California, but all close flights. I go to Cali. I go to Canada soon. All close flights, no longer than like 6 hours. So that's good. But bro, to do another 13-hour flight, I need to admit $1 million.
Well, it's some good drugs. You know what I mean?
I'm good.
He's the Natty King, bro.
Bro, you guys had jet lag? I had no jet lag because I stayed up on the flight.
Well, I mean, I didn't have jet lag because I was fucking pumping stimulants down when I got there.
I had some coffee.
I mean, coffee will work. Coffee's like, it's like a hand job, you know? You need something a bit more sometimes.
I'm not a fan of hand jobs.
Only when you do it, eh? Then it's 2 minutes.
Dude, I got calluses, bro. I can only hand job myself with Vaseline. You know, a thick layer and not cut myself up.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I take Xanax, Valium on the plane, land, hit the ground running, modafinil, Adderall, something, you know?
I took on the plane. I took melatonin. I had melatonin gummies, but I didn't use them because I was looking at them, and every time I thought about it, I was like, "You fucking pussy! Like, what do you need? You need this to be easier."
But are you scared of drugs?
No, I'm not scared. I just don't like taking the easy way out. Like, if you drop me off in the woods, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get back. Drop you off, you're like, "Where's my modafinil?" Like, I can't. I'm gonna figure it out.
Well, I'll take it on the way there. Be ready for the woods, you know?
Oh, I see. Bet. All right.
Would you say then the Vikings that ate magic mushrooms before battle were pussies?
I would say that's the mushrooms probably I like the organic stuff, mushroom being organic from the earth as opposed to the synthetic.
But you know what
drugs.
they would do? They would eat the Amanita muscaria mushroom. Then it would go through them once. They'd piss that out, drink it, and every time they drink their piss, it would get stronger and stronger.
Oh, really? I've never heard of that. Have you tried this?
Not yet. But I'm not ruling it out. You know what I mean?
I would do it and go train and see how that affected my training. I'm
Definitely.
really only interested in doing stuff if it's going to help my training besides testosterone.
If you do it, definitely fucking use some mouthwash or something before you.
I did some shrooms a few times before jiu-jitsu. So like I did shrooms, like I ate a little bit breakfast because I didn't want to stay an empty stomach, you know, responsible.
How many grams? How heavy are we pumping here?
I would say like this part of my hand, I filled it up with mushrooms right there. Right? Whatever that crease is.
That's a fucking Wednesday for Gundul, eh?
Yeah, it was definitely a microdose, I would say. So I do the mushrooms, I'm driving to practice, I'm like, all right, let me smoke the J so ignite the mushrooms. So I get the practice, and by the time live training starts, I was like the middle of my first roll, I was seeing the future. I was like, I know exactly what this guy's gonna do. I was like, it was like I would see like 5 seconds in advance. I was like, he's gonna touch my right shoulder. boom, it fucking happened. And it was pretty much like that for the entire 60-minute training session. I absolutely knew. I was in the minds of my opponents, of my training partners. So it was a very interesting experience. I would do it again. I get a little fuzzy on the shrooms, though. I can't do it every day.
Yeah.
But not every day, but what would be a good protocol? I'm just thinking about you dominating and then you come to and you realize you're still in your car or something, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. Still in my car. Yeah, so I see like 6 hours in the future. Stuck there. Fuck. I don't know. Maybe every Wednesday would be good.
Wednesday shroom day at V-Team.
You teach, bro.
Teach on Tuesday,
Ethan,
Thursday.
Ethan teaches.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to teach any response. If I saw people staring at me while I was on shrooms, I'd be like, this is bad. Something's going wrong.
So you like the natural stuff, not the synthetic stuff. But what if they took magic mushrooms? I think the active ingredients like psilocybin. What if they took that out and put it in a pill? No good now.
I would say just a less. It's like it's like noodles, right? Use flour, use egg. If you put it together, it's a man-made thing. I don't know where I'm going with this.
You're saying less people touching it, the better.
The less people touching it, the better, right? Leave the egg alone.
So you've done mushrooms, you smoke a bit of weed, but nothing else crazy, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I've done alcohol a couple of times. It just hurts my stomach.
Yeah, we've persuaded you to drink before.
Oh, it's not good. I don't like social settings really too much. I'll go out with you guys, and I'm just like, all right, everybody's safe. No crazy people around here. Oh, you want to take pictures? All right, I'll take a couple of pictures. I'd rather just stay home.
You look around though and you see us and you're like, these are the fucking crazy people.
These are, yeah. I just go out when you guys are going out. I'm like, I just want to make sure everybody gets home safe.
During during the Wiz Khalifa show, I would look at you and your brother, and you guys would like every 5 to 10 minutes, would look back at each other, like, should we get out of here?
Yeah, dude. All the time.
I was like, dude, you guys have to fucking decide. And you guys are like, I would just say 5 more minutes. And then eventually it was to the point that we're like, Kieran got fucked up, so we're like, oh, dude, perfect reason. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Jay's never smoked weed, right?
No, he's been hotboxed by Wiz Khalifa's bodyguards before. But
was he acting a bit weird after that, or he kept together?
He was fine, honestly. You couldn't tell anything. I don't even think he was high, but Jay's never done anything, which is good. I don't like advise it. You know?
No. He told me he would be down to try mushrooms, but fucking
he wants to accomplish some shit first. And Craig probably be like, well, this might help you accomplish some stuff.
That guy was surrounded by some bombshells at the Wiz Khalifa show.
Jay was?
Yeah, and he just like, I don't give a fuck about these fucking chicks.
Saving that for later too.
Yeah.
He only cares about being the fucking best,
Yeah.
which I respect it.
Yeah. I mean, he's made some crazy progress in the last 3 years, so.
Dude, in the last like 3 months, he's gotten really, really good, man.
Yeah.
And he's growing up a bit, so he's a bit bigger these days.
He is bigger, yeah. He's cutting weight. He got a fucking lot of weight to cut right
20
now.
20 pounds to drop in 5 days.
Yep.
That's fucked.
And then he's got a battle on his hands, 2 tough matches.
He's set though, you know, like, because all he needs to do, put on a Billy Idol song, think about his relationship, and he's dropping 5 pounds.
He's going to cry, yeah.
Quick, yeah.
Yep.
That's the best way to lose weight, they say. Tears.
I think he could cut a good amount of weight. He cut the 160 when he was in high school. So cutting the 170 a few years later, you know.
I reckon he'll be fine. He'll have Nicky Rod there for emotional support.
That's what he exactly said. He was like, I just need somebody there to make sure I don't die. I was like, yeah, it's a good
idea.
Good point. Good idea.
You're like, see ya. I'll be at the seminar.
Gotta get paid.
You do a fair few seminars per year, eh?
Yeah, I do good. I go off your regimen. I try to make 10K per seminar at bare minimum, and I like teaching. I teach, right? And then I pretty much tell these guys, I'm like, give me your 6 best guys.
Give me your sex. You're like, it's been fucking 5 minutes. Give me some sex.
I need it. I'm like, listen, give me your best 6 guys, and I'll just roll with them, and then I'll leave. So it's a pretty good deal. Teach a little bit, do a little Q&A, and then some rolling to display the movements that I taught. Good time.
Seminar's a good way to practice teaching. I feel like it's like because like you travel all over, you can keep hitting the same seminar, and you just get better at it every time.
Yeah.
Like eventually you get to the point where like you teach a move and no one will have any questions, and you're like, that's a fucking solid instruction.
Yeah, I also like I teach a few seminars and then teach, like, you film an instructional, Because like, you know, people are bound to ask like different questions and stuff that you wouldn't necessarily think about.
I think of it like comedians doing their act. You know, like they can hit that act for 12 months or until they release a special, but then now, hey, fuck, we got to mix it up. Because if they just bought my instructional and I show up and teach the moves off it, they're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to switch it up.
Yeah.
The Q&A is interesting too, because like sometimes you'll get a flow. You'll be like, all right, I know what kind of questions these people are going to ask, so you can plan it out, like try to catch a laugh here and there, which is like, you know, different part of the game.
Yeah, that's what's happened to me before is I've used the same jokes, and then I'll see someone that's been to the seminar yesterday, and I'm like, oh, I feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Feels fake now.
I made this whole group, this whole seminar like die laughing one time, and I was never able to recreate it. But it was some kind of joke where I was like, they asked me about lifting, or they asked me if I did yoga, and I was like, well, I kind of do yoga. I was like, but I do bodybuilding. So like I was like, yoga is the art of like stretching, relaxing, and bodybuilding is the art of stretching and contracting. So I pretty much do yoga every day. But for some reason, it just hit hard there. I must have been like in California or something.
Yeah.
Man, 2 times I've done seminars with Lachlan Giles where we did these massive group ones. We did it in Belgium and we did it in Iceland. And at each of those events throughout the week, he's thrown out what he thought is a fucking incredible joke.
Yeah.
Just to dead air, right? Like almost like fucking, like it was like scripted, dude.
Oh, man.
Like he'll throw it out and he'll be like, and no one will get it. Just bombed. I was like, fuck, that's so awkward, eh? But then people laugh because like, oh, fuck, he was trying to make a joke.
It'd be interesting. You guys get some fucking weird questions in there sometimes. So you're like, Jesus Christ.
I attack every question that comes at me, eh? I think to myself, let's hit them hard early. I'll be scared to ask questions later, you know? Or I just don't answer. Like if someone asks me a question that's like, I'm just like, it's not a good question, bro. You know, like that's not, like we can't answer this in the next fucking 12 days, let alone 5 minutes.
What's like a weird question you got?
People always ask me, they say, hey, did you let Gordon out of the armbar? And I'm like, you're goddamn right I did.
Yeah, dude.
How do you think I joined the team after?
Damn, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. One of the first times we rolled, you armbarred me so hard. I was like, "This, I have to get better."
You're like, I'm gonna kill this little cunt.
Dude, I was pissed.
So I think I heard you say you were stuck with this guy as your training partner.
For 12 months, probably.
So how does that work when you go there? You just like have the same training partner every day?
It was during COVID.
Oh.
So there was like only a handful of us able to train. So I come in and I think Gordon's drilling with Nat.
Yeah.
And then like whoever else was there, I think Gary and Nicky Ryan were, no, Nicky Ryan didn't come for a while. COVID scared him for a bit.
Gary and Ethan or something like that.
Gary and Ethan, yeah. And that was me and Nicky Rod. And so we would try to drill, but it would just be a fight. He would just not let me take him down.
Dude, that's exactly what it was. Like John would be teaching wrestling and like I would take a shot and do the sequence on Craig, and then he would do it on me, and I just wouldn't let him put me down. I'm like, fuck this guy. I don't know why, but fuck, dude.
And then we'd do mount, turtle, close guard, 3 open rounds. And everyone else, mount is chill.
Yeah.
Like mount's like, oh, we're just going to go light. We're going to warm up. Like, but me and Nicky Rod would have a fight to the death. So we'd be going into round 2 at a deficit. Like you would just hear us fighting in the room. Everyone else would be silently flowing. And then we'd circle back for like close guard.
Yeah.
And then by the time open rounds come around, Gordon's calling for us, but he's been just doing technical shit.
I didn't notice that about Gordon, that we'd be training and then I'd be like doing live rounds like hard, and I'd look over, he'd be going with like a woman or like somebody like he's super much better than. I'm like, what is happening? And then like round 3 or 4 come and he asks me to roll, and I'm so exhausted. And of course, like we train, and then there was this funny thing that would happen that like if our roll was too close for him, like if maybe he didn't sub me or I got close like passing or something, he'd ask for another roll. And I'm like, oh, of course, like I'll do it. And then like right after that roll, he like go to walk away. I'm like, hey, you want to go again? So we do 3 in a row most times. And I just thought that was a little funny thing. You can't let them get the even the little wins. You know what I mean? You gotta.
When I was there, John would just leave. He had the timer on him, so like he would just call the rounds whenever he felt.
Yeah, whenever. Which is like it's a funny thing because like if you're the guy coaching,
yeah,
it's before like and you couldn't train. That's how you could get some enjoyment out of it. You could see someone you don't like in a bad position. You're like, this fucking round is going a while, you know? Or someone you don't like's about to do something good. You'd be like, that's it, guys.
Over. Yeah.
Time to change.
That is so funny.
And people only, like, he would yell stuff out, like, that would instigate the row.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like he'd be
what?
like, Super Royale. And he would say, like, Ethan Krell. He'd never say Ethan Krellenstein. But he would, like, like, if something happened to you and he complimented the other guy, it was like, oh, now it's a fucking fight to the death. You know? Like, how dare this fucking guy hit this move on me?
In front of John.
Dude, that was so funny. That shit would motivate me, though. I would hear, like, nice sumigation. Like, yeah, I would absorb that.
He's like, nice sumigation, Nicky Ryan. He wouldn't compliment our mount rounds, though.
No, that shit was war.
He would add some funny shit to the chat. I remember one time, from my perspective, he didn't like Taza that much. Like, he was people he loved, people he didn't love. And me and Jake Shields and Taza were drilling a sequence. Me and Jake Shields had no fucking idea how to do it. We're trying to, like, figure this out. We're butchering it. Taza's hitting it perfect. And he just goes, hey, Taza, stop. He goes, if GSP killed himself, there'd be not one good thing about Canada.
Holy shit.
And Taza would just eat it, and he's like, yeah, fuck me, right? And then just keeps going. And I was like, oh, that's...
What a way to communicate. Yeah. Wow.
Just, some torture. I mean, that's, honestly, if I were to just coach and not be able to, like, because I get to fuck with people when we're rolling with them, but, like, for me to get some enjoyment out of this, you'd want to be fucking with people as a coach, you know?
Yeah. I can see the fun in it for sure.
I imagine myself in the future, I'm having a bunch of kids, right?
How many?
And
Well, the way he's fucking saying
Probably
he's
a few.
pumping, he's gonna have a bunch.
yeah, I'm gonna have a bunch, right?
All girls, right?
Come on, bro. I bought the book how to build boys.
I gotta ask you about that.
But have you read it?
I read it. I flipped to the last page. The intro and the last page.
You let J-Rod read this to me.
But yeah, I guess I get the audiobook so I could get every word right. But pretty much, I'm gonna have a bunch of boys, right? And I'm gonna have probably either one in every weight class or only the higher weight classes because I'm fairly big, and I'm gonna create champions. It could only be jiu-jitsu or it could be multiple sports, but fuck, I'm gonna create champions. Can you have kids?
Probably not. Probably shooting blanks. Hey, these things are scorched earth. You said yours are callous. Mine haven't produced testosterone for 10 years. They're like a fucking speed bag down there. Damn. I never get impacted in the row.
Damn. Yeah, dead swimmers.
They're probably dead. Slow moving, at least, Maybe, I mean, they're efficient, but they're slow.
Yeah. They say the slow ones are usually girls.
Well, that's a good.
Like, if you come on the floor and you see, like, the guys, because mine still move after.
You come on the floor?
Sometimes. I'm in a hotel room. I'll come on the ceiling. Just to see how far I can make it.
Oh, fuck.
You're still coming on the ceiling, third shot of the day?
It's a little bit less. Maybe, like, halfway up the wall. Maybe, yeah.
It must be awkward when you're sharing a hotel room with Jay.
We try to stay separate.
Yeah. Something drips on him in the night, eh?
Yeah.
You're going to get your girl on the third pump, dude. That's the slow swimmers on pump 3.
No, this is how I'm gonna do it, right? I'm gonna do some kind of battle, do like a competition where I'm gone for, a few days. Then I'm gonna come back because my body's gonna be like, holy shit, like we need some pussy, you know what I mean? It can't just be like Letitia and
How does your body express that to you?
I'll get goosebumps, or maybe I'll get a little bit tingly. Oh, my balls tense up sometimes. When they're tense, I'm like, all right,
time to go.
It's like, they're full. They're hanging a little lower than usual.
3 shots a day, that's good for your prostate.
That's what I'm saying. Anti-prostate cancer.
So you have to get a prostate exam at some point still, though.
I do it myself.
What are you feeling for?
Bumps.
Is that how you're getting 3 shots a day? Because that's heavy.
That's a G spot back there, right? You might be on to something.
You're telling me, mate.
That's what they say.
I've read a sex ed book before,
Read it or audiobook?
Audiobook.
Sure. So what's the cliff notes? How do you have a boy?
Oh yeah, all right. So a lot of it has to do with the woman in where she is in her menstrual cycle, right? If she is later in her cycle, she'll have a more of an acidic pussy, right? It'll be a little
off.
Pussy be a little spicier, right? So it kills the boys off. But if she's at peak ovulation, the pH is perfect. So the boys all be able to swim up. So the boys will swim up faster. and be able to catch an egg before the ladies, right? The ladies are more durable. They can take higher acid, but if the pH it's a higher base, the boys have no problem swimming up there, catching it first. So that's how we're gonna do it. And then
I heard eating low red meat diets encourages having daughters.
all right, I'll eat steak immediately before.
You're like, fuck my cholesterol.
Yeah, the future of the world is more important than my cholesterol. So, yep, my kids will make the world a better place. I'm gonna not come for like a day before I get her pregnant because
It's a big sacrifice.
Yeah, exactly. Because, dude, one day of me not coming, I could fill up a cereal bowl. You feel me? Like, I'd fucking, yeah. It's like, you ever go to a water park and the bucket's up top, it tips over?
Oh, yeah. I remember we went to the water park in Ohio.
That was like a water hole. Water in the hole.
That was Ohio's finest, mate.
That was very interesting, dude. I had a blast. You're a Debbie Downer. You just sat on the curb watching us. I climbed up this thing that was like 3 stories tall, jumped off into water. Absolute blast.
First of all, the water was black. It was a black hole in the ground. But you guys had a blast.
We did have a blast.
I was all tired I rolled with everyone. You guys were chilling.
I did both. The water was warm
Wait,
too.
dude, this is so good. This is the fun crazy. We're in Ohio teaching a seminar. There's me, Nicky Rod, and Nicky Ryan, and it's ending. And like a 12-year-old boy is like asking Nicky Rod to roll. What did you do? You foot swept him so hard he got winded?
Dude, I foot swept him. He lands flat on his back. And starts crying. I just walk away. I'm like, I think I was like, sorry, dude. And I walked away.
Me and Nicky Ryan were watching it. We're like, oh.
Fuck. So I just forgot that he was a child.
He's got to learn, dog.
This guy's challenging me. I'll fuck you up. My bad, dog.
Yeah.
Women, children, the elderly, they can get it from Nicky Rod.
Bro, the thing is, I usually treat all roles the same. So for me to like change something to be nicer, I have to really recognize like, oh, this is a child or a disabled person or something. Because most of the time, I just roll how I roll in competition.
Sometimes what you see changes too, because after they roll with you, they might be disabled.
That's true. And sometimes sometimes mid roll they start trying hard. So it's like I was being nice, and now I have to show him the rod.
Yeah, you get the rod out, eh?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to finish up on a very important topic, and it is this widespread belief, according to J-Rod, that if you guys were the same size, he smashes you.
I don't think that's correct. So I believe that J-Rod has a very interesting style, but I'm much better in like in things that matter, like positionally. I'm much better at controlling to submission. Jay's great at like landing on submissions, right? Creating a scramble to land in submissions, which I'm also great at that. But in addition, I'm great positionally. I can control somebody forever. I can do my escapes are substantially better. Like I can escape all submissions really good, and I can escape positions like bottom mount, bottom side control, things like that. So yeah, I definitely have areas where I'm better, and we have areas where we're very close. And Jay shows me stuff sometimes, like where maybe you saw somebody do something crazy, and we chat about it. But yeah, I think if we're the same size, I still win. Like I have more time in it, right? In my opinion, I had harder training in the first 3 years, not knowing jiu-jitsu, right? Pretty much, when I met you guys, started training at under DDS. I pretty much had like a knee cut and wrestling. And I go up to this gym where we're doing mount, turtle round, and close guard every day. And every day it was like Craig Jones, Gordon Ryan twice, and a bunch of other good guys that I be training there. So the first 3 years were absolute battle. So it's like to get good, you want like 20% of your training to be really hard, and then the rest of it you want it to be like going with guys that you're substantially better than, so you can improve, use technique. And effort-wise, it was a lot of. Some days I would go to practice, and I'm driving up there up north, and on the way there, I'm like, my only goal today is A, not get submitted, and B, just keep going. I'm just like, every time I think it's absolutely exhausted, I'm just gonna keep moving, and that was the game plan. But now I use technique.
Who has more overall techniques, you or Jay?
A number of techniques. I believe I have more techniques, and I believe my technique, I'm better at the things that he's really good at.
Yeah, and wait, we'll finish this as well. You used to have like a 3-hour drive, right? So like, I love the idea that sometimes, like, I would hear about it, like I'd hit a bullshit move on someone, and the whole drive back would be silent. When you were training in New York and had to drive back, how many of those car rides back were you just like, fuck this?
Yeah, I mean, fuck, I would definitely have a lot of time to analyze, because like it would be sometimes I'd catch traffic, it'd be like 5 hours to get back home. But yeah, dude, ton of my sessions, I'd just be analyzing like where it went wrong. There was a few times where I got held down for like 20 minutes, and John like wouldn't call around until I escaped. And fuck, that just sucked so bad. And
that's a long fucking time.
Long time, yeah. Well, like we'd have the occasional like 15-minute round or something, and it's just like, you know, if John sees what he likes, then he's just gonna keep going. Fuck, that'd be tough. And then like rolling with you, sometimes you'd catch me in something. Like I remember this was in Puerto Rico, but one of the times you were like gone for like 2 months, right? Yep, teaching whatnot, and the day you left, I was like, all right, now I'm in camp now. I'm going to fuck this guy when he comes back, right? He's teaching, he's relaxing, doing what Craig does. Partying, right? You come back, first day, first roll, like 2 minutes in, you triangle me twice. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? I couldn't fathom that this was real. And then right after that, I turned a good corner, and we started having more competitive roles. But fuck, dude, I was frustrated, bro. So I didn't understand it. I knew you weren't training hard. Like I knew you were just doing your thing, you know, rolling with the locals. And I had a goal. I was like, I'm gonna fuck Craig up when he comes back. And damn, it did not.
I think I got that footage actually, because that's when
we can overlay it.
Yeah, you can get rid of it.
You, Ethan, and Taza both were like, dude, I'm gonna fucking kill him. And I was like, sick. I'm about to catch it on camera, and it didn't happen. He was so happy about that.
It was like, I did so much. I was doing better before you left. It was worse now. It was worse.
But you know what? I think I do weird shit sometimes. So like sometimes if people roll with me every day, they figure it out. And then when I go away for a while and come back, it's like, oh, it's different to what other people do. So it's like, it's an annoying surprise.
You are very different when you roll. It's a bit frustrating.
I frustrate Nicky Ryan because I'll go away on a bender or whatever, come back, and he says the same thing. He's like, I'm going to fucking kill this old cunt.
Yeah.
And then I'll catch him with something, and then suddenly he starts showing up to 8 a.m. He just wants more opportunity to bash me.
Something that helped me roll against you is I made the decision. I'm like, every time he touches me, I'm gonna address it and get him off of me, and then I'll try to start offense after that. But like, if I just let you get a grip, before you know it, 10 seconds later, you get flipped around and yeah, not good.
I'm 100% committed to that grip.
Oh yeah.
Or just let it go 3 minutes and then it's fucking done. I got 2 good scrambles in me.
This last Sunday when you guys were training, it was like easy. Once you got grips, you fucking went crazy. And then to break the grips off. So
you strip it and then fucking toss my
The strategy is working for sure.
We trained recently?
That Sunday.
Did 4 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes.
Left, yeah.
Oh, you was getting tired too. I do remember this. I was trying some new Joseph Chen camping on you.
Yes.
I'm getting better at it.
He killed like half the round, and then he's like, "Oh, you want to go now, Nicky?" And you're like, "Fucking 4 minutes, sure."
I think my ear was fucked up that day too.
I think it was me.
No. You could never. You could never.
Yeah, who fucking did that to you?
Yeah, dude. So my ear. So I forget his name, but we have a guy in here that's like, he's a hobbyist, but he has a phenomenal front head series.
Oh, you rolled with him today?
Yeah, he almost, yeah, I did roll with him today. He almost fucked my ear up again. But I was pretty much ripping out of a guillotine, and like he was falling down as I was escaping, so it broke like the part of my ear that connects to my face, filled up with fluid, and that fluid got infected, and I looked like Shrek for like 3 days. It was rough.
I know that guy. That guy fucking, he holds on like a bad relationship, eh?
Yeah. He does not want.
He surprises you though, because you look at him and you think he does not have anything for me, and then he will hold on until he fucking dies.
He's got a good one.
I've seen him guillotine some good people, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, this guy's just tricking you. You're like, he has no physical strength, but he does.
He's got that. Yeah, where it's necessary, he's got it.
He's got that like middle-aged, 40-hour work week anger that he just wants one. He's got one thing, and someone's copping it today.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's like you when it's midday and you haven't busted a nut.
That never happens. I'm too deep right now.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. We'll end on that note. You better knock 3 out, eh?
Yeah,
Wanna
you
help?
don't want to get don't want to get too late, so you get your third one out.
Sounds good.
Fuck yeah, that's it.
Thanks for watching El Segundo, guys. My name is Craig Jones.
Honestly, that's something that he should do. He never does it, so that's good.
I like to leave it like just shh, like you don't know when it's over.
Thank you for listening to the El Segundo podcast. Don't forget, fuck Craig Jones.